This is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of January 2019, focusing on your career and work life. So I hope that you have a good month so far, and Happy New Year as well for you. And as always, we already pre-shuffle the card for you prior to the reading, so let's get started. So the first card for you representing the present position or the beginning of the month, you have the Two of Diamonds. So the Two of Diamonds here indicates that towards the beginning of the month you might have to be very careful of the things that you say and the things that you are committed to, because the more things that you say yes to other people or to the things that you wanted to do, you will get the consequences on that as well. What I mean by that is, if you are committed to one thing and then you say yes to 10 things, then the rest of those 10 things will haunt you back, and you will be in a circle that you may have to commit to certain things that you actually don't want to do, it's not really your priority, but because you say yes to them, then they will haunt you back, and you have to certainly do those things first. So that's the reason why you may have to juggle a lot in the beginning of the month. So just be practical. If you don't want to do it, just say no, or if you cannot do it, just say no. It's always okay to them, to the other people that are trying to ask you to do things for them. So yeah, just weighing your option, see what would be the best possible things that you should do and you wanted to do, and from that point you certainly will see the best thing that you can say to them. So the next card that you are representing the influence cards, or towards the middle of the month, you have the Seven of Spades. So come back to those people that are actually approaching you. So by the middle of the month, actually you will see the truth about those people. Those people might be having a hidden agenda behind that, and they try to influence you to do their things so that maybe they don't have to do so much. That can be something like that. Otherwise, that can also be they want to take advantage of your time and your work and your energy, and it can be something that it's not really ethical for people to do that. So you should not even bother to do their stuff. So you have to be very selective here, especially towards the middle of the month. You will find out these people that are actually want to take advantage of your work. It can be they give you those tasks, and then you do those things for them, and then they just take advantage without even giving you credit for what you have done for them, which is very normal here as well. But if it depends on you, if you want to help them without any any credits or without any things that they wanted to say about your work, and then it's fine. It's just depending on your preference here. So the next card that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Two of Hearts. So the Two of Hearts here indicates that you possibly have signed or committed into certain obligations that you may have. If you have been looking for new jobs, maybe you already signed a new contracts in the past, possibly in the month of December or even beforehand, and you might be getting your say. Maybe if it is in the past, you may not have a lot to say about your contracts. You might be already given those opportunities to say what you want, and that can be something that is very beneficial for you, because you certainly have a lot of things to say about, and actually you get the compensations on the things that you actually deserve, and you get what you want. That's basically it. So the next that you have representing the things that you learn from the past, you have the Nine of Hearts. Exactly what I just said. So it's actually synchronized the card itself. So as always, like if you have the chance to say what you want, make sure you do that. Don't be bothered on their response to what you want, because it's always have, like, we always can negotiate to find the solutions, to find the best solution for both parties. So the things that you may have to do here is like to make sure that you say what you want and you get what you want, and also make sure that the way you say it, you have to be confirmed that you don't really like too pushy or something like that makes other people feel agitated or like disturbed on what you actually want. So the next that you have representing the things you need to let go of, you have the Jack of Spades. There are certain aspects into your career life here that are no longer needed, I would say, like certain things, certain behavior, or certain department or task that you may not need to do anymore. You may have to let go. Like if you have like getting used to like making coffee in the morning for all parties or for the meetings, because you are like the organizer of the meeting, you may not need to do that anymore. Maybe because you get a new positions, or you may not have to do that because you already hired another guy to do your task. Like you already delegate your work because maybe you are being promoted to a new and higher positions. In that way, you can always say to other people to do your work. And yeah, the challenges here, just let it go. Some of the things that you already done in the past. So the next card that you have representing the future cards, or towards the end of the month, you have the Jack of Diamonds. So the Jack of Diamonds here actually indicates that you may have like a certain news that are coming into your life. So this news actually related to your money situation or your career and finances, and this news actually something that you have been waiting for. So this, if it is related to the contract that you signed, maybe you finally get the offer by the end of the month, like the salary negotiations that you already done in the past. Maybe you get the decisions on what the company are willing to pay and what you actually are getting. So that can be something that you will be getting the decision by the end of the month. I know it takes slow, like some of the company may have to decide whether or not they are going to pay you in certain amount. So just be patient on that as well. So the last card here actually related to the clarifying card at the bottom of the deck. You have the Seven of Hearts. So the Seven of Hearts here indicates that actually the same as the Nine of Hearts, you are getting what you want, but there is some catch here. You may have to be careful on some of the things that actually you don't really want it right now, but because you are tempted to have it right now, you might also wanting it to say it now. So be mindful as well. Like I said before, if you really want it, say it, but you have to be also practical. Like, don't say like a lot of different things, like making your bargaining position become weakened. You are weakening your bargaining position. The reason why I'm saying that, because like if you have requests to the company, you can just say one or two things, but instead of doing that, you are tempted to say like 10 or 20 certain like requests or things that you wanted mentioned in your contract, or that the company needs to give you. And that can be bothered, by the company. They might not even want to give you all of those. And this can also will potentially will give you like a bad deal, or they may just cancel the whole things altogether. And you don't want to do that. You don't want that to happen. So just be mindful on, just like highlight some of the things, like one or two things that you want to happen and you want mentioned into your contracts, or the things that you should get in your like work and finances. So I think that's overall readings here. I hope that this reading is helpful, and I wish you a very happy new year as well. And if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe. And if you want to donate to our channel, just send your donations via PayPal onto our email address here. And yeah, I wish you the best for next year, and see you next month. Thank you.